This is the pole shed plot. For as close to our main lodge as it is, it's about as secluded as you can get through the design that we built back here. We use corn to screen our access in and the deer sight line out, and it's a spot where we gotta have a food plot. Now, we got two main ridges that all converge and fold down in this one area, but we have a lot of leaf canopy, so we don't get a lot of sun. We planted our Green Machine and No BS mix from Domain. It's a shade tolerant mix. Works really well in these types of environments, and as you can see, it's already starting to come up just a week after we planted it. We're at the petting zoo, and this is a spot where we've historically had a lot of success at, but this year we tweaked our design just a little bit. We still use that same killer backdoor access with that secluded blind you guys have seen, but this year we're bringing in standing corn, standing soybeans, and big sexy brassicas from Domain. Puts you as a hunter in a close proximity to these deer feeding and traveling. This is an all-day only plot. This plot is so tucked back and secluded that we can only really get in here with our Quiet Cat bikes in the morning, hunt all day, and then leave when it's dark. Back here, we actually came in this spring, frost seeded about a half an acre of Comeback Kid and Hot Chick. We've got this plot set up and ready to come hunt. We've got an interior plot that we came in, excavated, frost seeded some Comeback Kid and Hot Chick in, turned out great. That plot feeds into this big ag field. Within this ag field, we've got a small corner. In this small corner, we've got corn, soybeans, and wingman. This is one of our bigger plots. We've got an interior plot that we carved out from scratch. It feeds out to this ag field. In this ag field, we've got two teardrops. Those teardrops split at that interior plot. They come out here. What that does is it puts us closer to the deer. We can come in the backside, come through that standing corn that we use as a food source and an access point. In that teardrop, we've got big sexy brassicas from Domain. This is the Holy Cross plot. This is a big valley. Everything converges right here. On one side of the blind, we've got standing soybeans. On the other side of the blind, we've got standing soybeans. And we've got illicit radishes that we've just planted that connect the two. This is the Clover Runway plot. It's a transition plot between two other plots. On one side, we've got big sexy brassicas. On the other side, we've got standing soybeans that are currently fenced. This plot acts as both a food source and a transition area. And best part about it, you can get into it on south wind days. We're at the Showstopper plot, which is two designs brought into one. On one side, we've got our Mickey Mouse plot. That's all standing corn. On the other, we've got our Cook design. That's all standing soybeans that are electric fenced. And then we've used this Showstopper blend from Domain to connect the two. All right, love these types of plots. Super secluded, small. As a bow hunter, you feel like it could happen at any point. What we did is we came in here this spring, cleared out this small little area, put in Green Machine, No BS, and a brand new water source. Once we got this food plot seed established, we came in here, got some Sugar Mama in here, we top dressed it, and what that top dressing is gonna do is next spring, when this plot comes up, the clover and chicory that's in here is gonna come up. So we're gonna have a bright green carpet this fall and a bright green carpet next spring. Super small but effective plot here. We came in here, worked with the local farmer, bought a half acre of corn. We worked up a quarter acre of that corn, put it into illicit radishes. The other quarter acre, we're gonna leave standing. That way we can put up a ground blind in that standing corn, be able to get into this plot. And as you can see, there's definitely deer here. All right, we're tucked way back in a spot that we call Hidden Valley. This is one of our destination food sources. And back here, we've got corn, beans, water, and we've got bombshell. And the strategy here is to place the blind on the exterior part of this destination food source and use a couple tools to pull those deer from back in the valley up closer to the blind in the bow range. This is the spiderweb plot. It's one of those plots that's worked out really well for us in the past, and it's one of those things, you don't fix what's not broken. So business as usual. Came in here this spring, planted it all in corn, came in here later this summer, carved out those Showstopper strips that we wanted. Everything converges right here in the middle. Deer feed here, they travel through here, and they're within both bow and gun range here. This is the beach plot. We've got a blend of illicit and smackdown. We've got the ability to hunt it two different ways depending on the wind and what the deer are doing, and we're really excited to capitalize on it. This is the llama plot. It's nothing big or fancy, but you don't always have to have a big plot to be effective. Planted it in Green Machine and No BS. This is the nursery plot, a plot that we've had tremendous success with in the past. Put in a brassica sidewalk with Big Sexy. Deer are out in this plot feeding all the time, but we wanted to really hone in and try to dictate how these deer travel from one side of the plot to the other.